PMac Movies live. I was going to make a Dollar Tree haul video, but I figured, why not just go ahead and make a live video here on PMac Movies. So we'll wait for some folks to join in while I watch Vin Diesel in Bloodshot. Oh, Vin, you're bald just like me. I actually like Vin Diesel movies. Pretty good. We got 4 people in the crib here. Who's in? Jennifer in the hizzy. John Hamm in the hizzy. Adam Yabara in the hizzy. I am watching Vin Diesel in Bloodshot currently. I do have a big stack of Dollar Tree. That's one stack. Oh yeah. Bald as a baby. Oh yeah. Okay. Not a great Dollar Tree sale. Not one of their best, but there's a few gems in there. Cut it off. Arthur enjoyed Bloodshot. It's okay. I tend to like Vin Diesel movies. They're fun. Adam's bald like PMac. Trying to be like PMac, he decided he would shave his head. Woo, somebody just got ran over by a bus. This is a big time like transhumanism movie, man. It's all about transhumanism. Long hair's too hot. During the wintertime, it's pretty good. Kimberly into hizzy. What's up, Kimberly? Oh, Kimberly, actually, I got a few movies that if you need I got a duplicate of this. I saw it at Big Lots with the Slippy, and I had to get me one. So now I got 2 copies of this. The other one doesn't have a Slippy, but nonetheless.
All right. Where are you going? You know where. No sense.
I got Boss Baby 3D, so I don't need my regular 2D anymore.
No.
And then I got the Dogs Steelbook, so I don't need that anymore. I got the War Dogs like regular one. I can't remember. Blu-ray. It must be just a Blu-ray in a regular case. And then I also got XXX 3D, so I need to get rid of my XXX regular one. XXX Return of Xander. Matt Monty. I haven't heard from Matt Monty in ages. DJ Music and Movies, show us what you got from Dollar Tree. Maybe I will. Kimberly, which ones out of those do you want so I can... Yeah, let me know which ones of those you need. I don't think the Stolen's a very super common one, but... Actually, none of those are that common to find cheap, besides Xander Cage has probably been cheap before, but... And then I would have to locate my copies. So, okay, Stolen and War Dogs. War Dog, those should be fairly easy to locate as long as I remember to grab them. I actually have to clean up the movie room because I'm going to be working from home for at least the next 2 weeks, and I need something somewhat presentable to do my background for my sessions and things. J. Laura in the hizzy. Yes, I shipped out your movies today. Man, I was in a hurry today. I was busy as heck today. Good to see you, Matt. Where have you been? Haven't you been watching old PMac? How many locations you end up hitting? Only 2 today, and then the one near work earlier this week, and I think that's all I'm going to be able to go to. Because, I mean, if it were just me, I'd probably go out to Rochester, but Charmy's home this weekend, so we're not going to be doing that. And anyway, I have to take care of the lawn and stuff like that, take care of the yard. I think tomorrow's supposed to be a nice day, so I got to get that done because the lawn isn't looking very hot right now. So I keep posting these link videos. 4K movies for 120 is good. Like a 4K player for 120? Wow, yeah, that's a lot. Holy crap. Buying 24K. Buying 24K. Well, it depends what you're getting. It depends if they're new. It depends if they have the digital codes with them. I mean, that's $6 a piece, but to me, without the digital codes, it's not that great. They're all new. How the heck are you? I mean, that sounds like a good deal if you're getting them still sealed and they got the digital code with them. Oh, we got 10 people in here. We're up to double figures. But like I post these links. Let's see, what are we doing here? Oh, why won't that load? There we go. So I got 12 thumbs up, 9 thumbs down. I would hope that more people care to see my links than only 12. That's not impressive. No codes. He's a streamer. I'm all about the physical copies. I mean, it's probably a good deal for you. It wouldn't be a great deal for me though because I sell codes. So I like to get the movies for cheap plus sell the code. That's why old PMac can afford many, many movies. Has anybody found Driven at Dollar Trees? Apparently I'm not going to be able to find that one. But if somebody has extras, you want to show your support to the most controversial man on YouTube in movie Blu-ray collecting. Actually, funny story with Driven, which I shared on Instagram a little bit. Back, it must have been 2000 or something, me and my family would go to Toronto. Yeah, we should talk about that, John. Me and my family we'd go to Toronto like every summer because it's not that far away. It's only like a 3-hour drive, less than 3 hours to downtown Toronto. So we would go there every summer, and I think we were walking back from dinner or something, and we got stopped, and they were shooting a movie, and we were told that it was a Sylvester Stallone movie, and I can't remember if I found out then or after, but they were actually filming the movie Driven, starring Sylvester Stallone, there where we were walking through. Most people aren't comfortable with others questioning our reality, PMac. Yeah, you know, I don't understand it either. I don't understand why people don't want to know the truth. It's like, it seems like it's some sort of subconscious programming that they just want to shut down the questioning of it, because it's like I've always been the type of person that if somebody thinks a certain way and it seems really different than what I think, I always wondered, like, well, there's a reason that that person thinks that. Why do they think that way? Like, it's interesting to me, and that's always helped me to be adaptable too, because I'll ask questions, and I'll think about what they're saying, and it helps me to adapt. A lot of people, though, they don't do that. I find a lot of people just if somebody seems, their viewpoint seems a lot different, they just write that person off as being crazy and move on with their day. Whereas I've always wondered, like, well, why does that person think that way? Or, you know, why does that person look at that this way? It was interesting to me, even as a kid growing up, like, trying to understand why people do things the way they do, or why people think the way they think. So, yeah, you know, I think that's helped me to be able to get to that point too, because I didn't used to be into doubting the system or anything like that. It was a progression. Hi, Tony. It's going okay. Maybe I should get my face mask on. It's sad what's going on out there, man. The fear virus. We're going to start taking a look at some of these Dollar Tree movies in a minute. John says, most just believe the official narrative of what we're told and won't have any discussion on anything else. I don't watch the news, PMac. I have my sources. I mean, I've been taking a look at what the stories are. Like, I'll Google search certain terms every now and then just to see what the media is kind of spouting out, to kind of see what angles they're pushing. And it's frustrating that they could go on for this long, and it's frustrating if they can keep this thing up this long. You know, you shut down the whole thing, you shut down so many different things, putting people out of business, and it is absolutely not obvious that there's any sort of something besides what the government's doing that's affecting things. There's no obvious thing. Do people get sick? Absolutely, people get sick. Absolutely, people get sick. Do we know what's causing these sicknesses? There's so many different, there's a different variety of things causing these sicknesses. It's not just one thing. It's not some simple explanation. Oh, it's this. It's this C. It's this beer bug, whatever you want to call it. How do you know? How do you prove that? Just because? And they were coming out with stuff even before it started. I know they were coming out with stuff. They were coming out with some stuff, like, basically, you know, they were already starting it before anything happened. Like, it was. I guess I don't want to get too far into it, but it was very suspicious how it all worked out. I miss making my coffee talk videos, but you know what? Maybe it's just my perception, but I get a lot more shit. I get a lot more flack than I do people really appreciating it and like sticking up for my viewpoints. And maybe that's like not the best way to look at it, but it's like I'm not gonna put myself out there if I'm just gonna be given shit. And then I got, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people after me saying whatever, and you don't necessarily always get a lot of positive. I feel like a lot of people don't speak up if they do kind of agree with what I'm saying, or can at least kind of understand it or whatever. There's just too much like lashing out and not enough positive, I guess. But people don't really want to get involved in the bickering, I guess. There was a customer that called me a leftist communist because I told her she had to have a mask on at my store. People shouldn't have to wear masks. It's ridiculous just because the freaking governor says so. Yeah, liquor store. Yeah, I mean, the big corporations are going to make out fine from this. The people behind those, I mean, they're all... It's a one world system. It's all a system. It all goes together is what people don't understand. It never got as bad as they were predicting. Well, I mean, they weren't really predicting that. They put stuff out there just to put it in your head. They are pushing fear. And what they do is, all these different sources, they come up with different information. Oh, these are symptoms. Oh, these are symptoms. It came from bats. Oh, it came from the market. Oh, it came from the lab. Oh, they put all this information out there to confuse you on purpose. It's all on purpose. This is what people don't get, is that they do it to confuse you on purpose, and people just buy it. People just eat it right up. It's in our Constitution, freedom of speech. I mean, we're supposed to... We don't really get any rights from the government. All the government does is take away rights. That's the reality of it. We have God-given rights, but those have been basically... we don't really have freedom of speech. From the government's perspective. I see people with masks everywhere. First they said masks weren't necessary. Now they're making them mandatory in places, and they're actually talking our temperature. I mean, that was all... It was all planned out that it was going to go that way. They did it in increments. People will try to make sense out of it. Like, I'll tell people, like, why would they tell us to... Why would they do the mask thing now? Why didn't they do it weeks ago? It's because it's not about what they tell you it's for. It's not about what they tell you it's for. It's not to protect you or protect other people. There's different... The reason that they give you for it is not the actual reason. It's bullshit. They're not going to tell you what the actual reason is. Yeah, taking temperatures. Yeah, we got to do that too. The rules come from the top down, yeah. I don't think masks should be mandatory. Very few people get the virus from shopping. I mean, they want you to think that people get it from shopping. But, no. And the mask is not good for your oxygen and stuff like that. You're not getting the proper oxygen. The right to bear arms. I mean, they're constantly going against the Constitution, the Bill of Rights and stuff. They're constantly going against that. I mean, again, Jennifer, that was the purpose that they gave, right? The purpose was to not overwhelm the hospitals, and then they don't want people even in the hospitals. Like, they don't want people in hospitals. People that test positive for it, they don't even want them in the hospital. A lot more people are dying at home, I hear, because they don't want people in the hospitals. And you get conflicting stuff on that as far as hospitals being empty, some maybe being full, and it's hard to know. Kenny-O in the hizzy. You know, it seems like you guys are interested in me talking about these topics, but when I make the videos, I don't get enough positive stuff going on in the videos. I get the negative. Nobody really wants to stick in there, so it ends up being me on like all the people who have an issue with what I say and want me to shut up. So it's like, well, should I really keep making those videos? I just end up ganged up on, and it hurts. It does more harm. If I didn't make the videos where I share my opinions, I'd probably have a lot more subscribers. I like to share and stuff. But you take a look at some of these other more popular movie collectors, they'll never share an opinion about anything. They don't want to upset anybody. They don't want to piss anybody off. So they never share any opinions. How much collateral damage from suicide, divorce, financial loss? A lot more than could ever be from what they say they're protecting us from. The damage that they've inflicted is a lot. It's not even close. It's not even close. It is a ton more. People, this has been a trauma for millions, if not, it's going to end up being billions of people. And it's probably going to lead to something similar to the Great Depression of our age, maybe worse than the Great Depression, some people are saying. It's definitely not over. A month ago, people were scared to death of this, and numbers don't add up. The thing is, people are scared to death a month and a half, 2 months ago, and barely anybody, and I talk to a fair amount of people on a daily basis. I talk to people through here, through my job and stuff like that. Nobody knows anybody who's died from this. Have I known people who test positive? Yes, they're sick for a few days and they get better. Like a normal illness. Nobody knows anybody who died, and they shut down all this stuff. Come on. And people are still scared to death. It's all what's on the TV and these articles on Facebook that are being passed around. Yes, John, you have, some people have done what I would consider their part, and, some people just don't want to be involved in it. And I can't really keep sticking my neck out there, is the issue. I mean, I could, but, what good is it going to end up doing me? I look at it, if we get it, would already have happened, because yeah, I mean, if it spread the way they said it did, everybody would have it if it spreads that easy. Hi, Roger. Hi, Bill, Geriatric. We're at over 20 people now. You got my back, Adam. Sweet. What did you guys get from Dollar Tree? Anybody find Driven? What else did I want that I didn't find? Let's go through some of the stuff I did find. The best find, apparently out of print. Oh, Bill's got a Dollar Tree video coming up. That's actually what I was going to do. I was getting my stuff all ready to do a Dollar Tree haul video. And then I was like, I might as well make a live video. That's what I hear, David. Aaron says, I've been watching a lot of Westerns during this lockdown. PMac Westerns are a subgenre that should have more respect in the film community. There are a lot of Westerns. I have a lot that I haven't watched. A lot. Nothing, Stanley. Do they have 4K at Dollar Tree? Because mine don't. Not this round, but they had Bad Santa 2 last time, and there's another movie too. But I got Sly Stallone in Get Carter. One of the probably the best find of this one. This is out of print. Michael Caine, Sly Stallone. Sly's face looks kind of fake there. This was a DVD in other sales. You know what always upsets me when I find Hamilton stuff I ordered from Hamilton Book for $5 or $6. There was like a 6-movie set that I got from there. Maybe it was probably $5 from Hamilton Book. You know, I saw it at Dollar Tree. There's another one that I got for $4 to $6. It's frustrating, but anyway, I got this for $1 from the DVD of this for $1 during a different sale. So I decided to go ahead and pick up the Blu-ray. I did look into like reviews for this, and you know, they said it was pretty bad. It looks like it might be kind of interesting, but you know, I read that it was terrible. So let me catch up on your comments there. Thank you, Jennifer, for appreciating my thoughts. Yeah, you gotta have some Sly Stallone. They're not all the best, but... and then I got Frank and Lola here. I only found one copy of this between the 3 stores that I went to. Michael Shannon's a pretty good actor. This is actually, some of them it's kind of weird because usually you'll get them at like Big Lots or Dollar General before they get to Dollar Trees. You know, they try to sell them for a little bit more money, but this one apparently right to Dollar Tree because I never saw it at another dollar store. This one's actually a good movie if you see it. This is a fun kind of light comedy. I have the DVD of it. Glad to get the Blu-ray. Has one of my favorite actresses in it, Lizzie Kaplan. It is Frankie Go Boom. Charlie Hunnam's good actually too. He was in Nicholas Nickleby, but there's Lizzie right there. Frankie Go Boom. This is a fun one. Snag that one if you see it. Up next, I found several copies of this. Sam Rockwell, Better Living Through Chemistry. I have never seen this one. Don't know much about it. Sam Rockwell tends to be pretty good. Olivia Wilde, Michelle Monaghan, Ray Liotta, and Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda, she's some sort of like, I think she's the one who's some sort of like activist for some nonsense. This is one that I'm pretty sure I got the DVD of at a Big Lots. Glad to get the Blu-ray of it, and I saw several copies of this one along my journeys. It is Swelter. I like to get all of the Van Damme movies. This looks like it could be a fun one. This is a Mill Creek. I don't know if this is a mini-series or a movie. Looks like a mini-series. Ian Somerhalder in Marco Polo. I saw maybe 2 copies of this among the 3 stores that I went to. Yeah, Walmart has a selection of 4Ks. People fear has been used against them, and an old school friend had just died from it. It is very real to me. I mean, the thing is, we don't know exactly what people are dying from. And it could be various things around the world. It could be various, you know, some people in certain areas could be dying of this. Some people here could be dying of that. But they want to link it all. It's all the same cause. It's all the same thing. Well, how do you know? Up next. This one was only at 1 store, but there was 2 copies of it at that 1 store. It's another Well Go one, and it is Ip Man, Final Fight. Ip Man, Final Fight. Glad to get this one. I think I've seen this at Big Lots before and passed on it because it was like $5 or something. I wasn't going to pay that for it, but for $1 I'll snag it. Adam says, you ever heard of Brawl with Vince Vaughn? The Brawl on Cell Block, whatever. Yeah, I have that one. I have the 4K. I got that from Walmart for $8. I actually watched it through Amazon Prime, though. Just some really brutal scenes in that thing. I don't know if I'd heard of other people getting this one. Apparently it's the sequel to Screamers. Screamers. The Hunting. Yeah, this is probably god-awful. Screamers, The Hunting. Bill, you'd probably like that one, right? Looks like this is a Canadian Blu-ray, E1, Quebec. It's got like the French writing on the back along with the English. Only found one copy of this one called Backcountry. This is a Scream Factory IFC Midnight one. Glad to find this one. Heard some decent stuff about it. It's got Eric Balfour in it. What do you guys think? Did you find Backcountry, Bill? That looks like it would be a Bill classic. This one I got on DVD from them before, but I found the Blu-ray. I figured I'd snag that shit up. Image Entertainment put out Chrome Skull. Laid to Rest 2. Found a couple copies of that one. Only found one of this. It is Piranha 3DD. Piranha 3DD here. We got some David Hasselhoff. We got some, what's his face from Back to the Future there? Christopher Lloyd. Gary Busey. I'm pretty sure this has got to be terrible, but snagged it up. Along with that one, this movie I already have, but this slipcover was too cool to pass up. Piranha here. I believe this is the Elizabeth Shue one, which I do already own and I have watched. It's kind of a fun, silly one. I don't love these kind of movies, but it was entertaining. And then this is like a pretty nice Slippy Dippy there. Like, that's good quality Slippy. And then you open it up. Oh, yeah. They put some effort into this. You gotta appreciate that. I was glad to find this one. I don't know if people were finding the Warner Brothers version of this. I did not, but still glad to get it on Blu-ray. Blow here, Blu-ray DVD combo. I do have the DVD of that, but good to get the Blu-ray. And then this one didn't really look of interest to me. I only found one copy of it though, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna find that again. I might as well just get it. Might be fun to watch with Charmy. I don't know. Tyler Perry's The Family That Prays. I guess there's some family drama there. I don't know. It's probably trash. I really enjoyed Brawl and So Block 99. I liked the movie too. Those brutal scenes I don't really like. I don't really like that real brutal stuff. I don't mind, like, I was watching that Mortal Kombat movie. Actually, I think I still have to finish that Mortal Kombat movie, and that's gruesome too, but it's animated, so it doesn't really bother me. But that Brawl movie, you know, they made it look real. It was just disgusting. Let's take a look at the DVDs that old PMac snagged up. I got Two Women here, which is a BBC movie, 103 minutes. It's got Ralph Fiennes in it, Lord Voldemort there. Annie, that's the first time you watched Guardians of the Galaxy? Holy cow, that's been out for quite a while. Up next, from Dollar Tree, we got this 2-pack of Universal Wolfman double feature. Werewolf of London and She-Wolf of London. Bill, you probably want this one, don't you? Have you seen this? Bill's gonna be on the hunt for this baby if he doesn't already have it. I got movies all over here. Now this one is an interesting one. I think I've seen like the Blu-ray at places of this, but never cheap. Like maybe a 3D Blu-ray. It's Dario Argento's Dracula, and I think this is like, yeah, this is a Canadian version of it. It says widescreen presentation. Is it even anamorphic widescreen? It says it's from 2012. And it's from Raven Banner, Toronto, Canada. I'm interested in like the quality of this thing. What does this look like? Some of these discs are they'll get like condensation in them or something, like kind of a rot type of thing. Some of these Dollar Tree ones. I gotta look at the Rutger Hauer is Van Helsing. I gotta take a look at this one. I bet the picture quality's bad. Okay, we got The Quiet Ones. I feel like I remember seeing this movie on Blu-ray at stores before, and I was kind of like interested in it. So I don't know if it's anything great, but again, we got like a French-Canadian version of it. For $1, I'll go ahead and snag that up. I don't know any of the people in it. Oh, this Magnificent Seven. I ended up with like 6 copies of this Magnificent 7 4-movie set because it's got a digital code in it that redeems in HD. So that's pretty valuable. So I got a bunch of those. That was a good one to find. Up next, we have a movie that I have never heard of called Missionary. I looked into it. It sounded like it was a pretty decent thriller, so I went ahead and snagged that one up. So I bet you like more psychological horror over slashers and violent horror movies. Yeah, I like more of a story to it. Psychological horror I do tend to like. Slashers, I mean, violent if it's got a good story to it. You're interested, eh? Arthur, you know, you're gonna find some of the Magnificent Sevens because you're probably gonna go to like 10 more Dollar Trees. But yeah, if you're interested in it, I'm selling them. We got Kill List here. Again, I think I saw the Blu-ray of this for sale, and it actually got pretty good reviews, so I figured I'd snag it up. This might actually be one I should watch soon. This one actually sounds pretty good. However, it says one of the most violent and disturbing films you'll see. I think this one's got the girl from Game of Thrones in it. Yeah, Natalie Dormer is in this one. Natalie Dormer, Ed Skrein, and whoever Emily Ratajkowski is. Looks like it could be somewhat entertaining. Yeah, actually, I did find Belko Experiment. I did buy it, but I do already have it. I bought it kind of like closer to the time it came out. I didn't pay like full price for it, but a lot more than $1. E. Diddy in the hizzy. Both of my siblings are in the hizzy. We better end this right now. Let's see. Bill, you got time to watch movies since none of your sports are going. I agree. They're linking it to all deaths. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's what it seems like they're doing. Just kind of putting everything together. Everything's this. Then I got one. Oh, Bill would love this one. This looks like trash. Why did I buy this? The Clinic. from Image Entertainment. I actually looked into it, and it actually got, like, somewhat decent reviews, I think. It's got Andy Whitfield in it. I think Andy Whitfield played Spartacus. Was he the one who played Spartacus, and then he died of cancer or something? This one I shouldn't have got. I saw the thing on the front, the 4 stars of Twisted Nightmare, and then it has a few other quotes on there. I was like, oh, I'll get that one, and I didn't really have time to look it up. I should have looked it up because this sounds like it's kind of trash. So I shouldn't have got this. It's called Hooked Up. That wasn't one that I should have got. And then we got Aim High, which is like a collection of shorts or something. It says the complete first season, but it's like all little short things, so it's 57 minutes. The whole season is 57 minutes. And then this actually looked like a really good one, and I did see another copy of this at another store. This sounds like a really good movie. I think it's Spanish. This might end up being one of the better ones that I got, like some sort of weird time travel shit. And it is Time Crimes here. Looks like it's got Darkman in it. Time Crimes. This sounds like a really interesting one. I'll read the back of this one. A man being pursued by a murderer stumbles into a mysterious lab and accidentally travels back in time. A naked girl in the midst of the forest. A cloaked stranger with his face covered in bandages. A disquieting mansion on the top of a hill. All of them pieces of an unpredictable jigsaw puzzle where terror, drama, and suspense will lead to an unthinkable sort of crime. Who's the murderer? Who's the victim? From 2008, 92 minutes. Time Crimes on DVD. And now I have movies all over my floor here. Oh, Annie wants to see Time Crimes. Actually, I went to Big Lots and found a few things that I had been hearing about too. Unfortunately, no discount. Wakefield. Is Wakefield, is that the one with the guy from Breaking Bad? And was Wakefield a Blu-ray or a DVD? Yeah, I got that at Big Lots for $3. And then I had heard somebody found it at Dollar Tree a few sales back. Yeah, that's what I got from Big Lots. And unfortunately, I paid triple what you paid for it. I got screwed. These are actually movies that I have already. No, I got the DVD of Wakefield. Actually, that movie sounded interesting, but of course I haven't watched it yet. So I got 4 movies from Big Lots that I already have. I got Stolen here, The Stolen. I bought this from Hamilton Book for $5, and I'm pretty sure it did not have the slipcover, so I grabbed it from Big Lots for the slipcover, which is actually a pretty nice slipcover. I've been hearing, months ago I heard that Big Lots was getting this in. I could never find it. I finally found just one copy of Triple X. Return of Xander Cage 3D. You gotta snag it for $5 with the digital code. And I'm actually in the middle of a Vin Diesel movie. If you were with me at the beginning of this, I got Blood Spot playing here on break right now. Then I got the one I have of this. I bought this used years ago, so I have like kind of a crappy used copy of this. So I decided to go ahead and snag up War Dogs the Steelbook here. Todd Phillips actually directed this, the director of the Hangover movies. Starring Jonah Hill, Miles Teller. Ooh, Anna de Armas is in this. She's nice. I like Anna. And then I do already have this too, which I got a used copy of this also. But I think that my used copy's in pretty good condition also. But it is Boss Baby 3D. Boss Baby 3D. I went to Big Lots today. Yeah, they sometimes do a 20% off thing, but they don't have a 20% off thing right now. They may on the weekend, but I wasn't gonna go back all the way back there anyway. And check my email. Boss Baby. Yeah, I've kind of tried to get Charmy to watch Boss Baby before. She didn't seem interested in it. Yeah, I saw the Despicable Me Steelbook too, and I passed on that one. Just because I already have I have like a slipcover copy of Despicable Me, so my copy's fine. I didn't really need the Steelbook. If it was $3, I probably would have got it with the code there. Are people leaving? Is PMac boring people? Time Crimes is amazing, huh? That good, David? Hey, Eric, you still in the hizzy? War Dogs is decent. Yeah, I've never seen War Dogs. So I think that was the whole haul today. But I did get a few things that I already had, so I don't really show those off. I'll probably make a separate haul video where I show all this again. Although maybe not, because now I'm probably not gonna really feel like doing that, but we'll see. Getting sleepy. It's actually still sunny out. We barely get any sunshine. It's weird to have sun still at 7:30. I got a lot. Well, I guess it kind of is, but I'm used to getting a lot. Show us your special box set collection. That is all upstairs. All my box sets are upstairs, and bringing them down here would be a pain. I guess I could go up there, but not right now. Bill says, man, now I need to go hunting for some of the ones you got. Which ones are you looking for, Bill? What did you get? You probably got some that I need. Yeah, it was a nice day today. Bill, what do you need to get? I'm interested in this, this one. I bet that the picture quality's crappy. Which Godzilla film am I gonna watch? Who the heck knows? And who the heck knows when I'm gonna watch it? I'd watch the first one first. Yeah, it's 7:30 here, John. I'm gonna pop this in. I'm gonna pop this Dracula in and see. We're gonna see how this is. What do I got in the player here? I got Gods of Egypt 4K. Not the greatest movie ever, but it was entertaining enough. It's got Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. It's got Gerard Butler playing a douchey role. Let's pop in this Dracula movie, and I hope that the picture quality isn't unwatchable, because that would be a wasted dollar. I got House of the Witch, Incident of Ghostland, The School, and Driven. Hey, you gotta send me that copy of Driven. Oh. Jay's out of here. You going to sleep? Ah. Oh, movie edge, come on now. Fake accounts commenting on my channel. How do you know who it is? We're gonna check out this Dracula, if I can find the remote. Yeah, that's what it was, John. You guys couldn't hear me, yeah. Gods of Egypt. Okay, I gotta set the... Dario Argento's Dracula. Well, it's got some pretty good surround sound on it. We're gonna see how bad this picture quality is.
Yes, already departed.
Huh.
So,
I think it looks weird because it was like supposed to be a 3D movie, so it looks like...
but
I don't think the picture's that bad though, actually. What am I being called out for? Call me out all you want. I didn't do anything. I don't watch your videos either, so... how many Dracula movies do you have, PMac? See, people still want to pull me into this, like, personal stuff, these, little feuds and arguments, and I'm not interested in it. Working on what? I didn't do anything. I don't understand what you're working on. So basically what happens is that there's a couple YouTubers who I'm told like keep talking crap about me, and then you know, somebody made an account to kind of like make fun at them, and they want me to like protect them or something. I don't really understand it. Like, they talk shit about me, and then they want me to protect them, like their dignity or something. How about you just leave me alone, and then none of my fans or whatever would be doing anything? Like, if you just left me alone, there would be no issue. But you don't leave me alone, and like one of my people actually sticks up for me, or whatever, whatever's happening. And I should like protect the people that are criticized. It's beyond criticism. It's calling names and stuff like that. It doesn't make any sense. Just leave me out of your crap. Keep trying to pull me back in. Marie's in the hizzy. It's just weird. Tom's in the hizzy. Teen drama. Now, you know what happened was, months ago, there was like these altercations with people. And what I did was I stuck to exactly what was being said, exactly what they were saying to me, like that name calling and stuff like that. And then they would just like take what I said and run with it, change it, manipulate it, exaggerate it, totally make up stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to keep going down this road. There's a difference between sticking to what the truth is and actually like making an argument with it versus just making shit up. And when somebody's going to start just making shit up, like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going down that anymore. Nothing about. I don't understand why I can't talk about what I want to talk about, and I link videos where people discuss the situation, and some people on my channel are interested. What does it matter what links and what I talk about on my channel? I don't understand it. It doesn't have anything to do with you. I mean, if you want to know who he is, you should probably like check his channel. You can email me too, for information. No, what's going to happen is he's going to make a video, and then if anybody does like some video, I don't want anything to do with this guy. He's going to make a video, and then the people that give him positive comments, he's going to leave there. And anybody who's like, why are you making, like, what did he do? He's just going to like remove them like he did last time. My minions? Who are my minions? I've actually made like friends through this. I don't really consider my friends minions. The fish fry was pretty good. I left half of it for tomorrow. Yeah, they don't get many views, but the problem is they get a few people here and there that actually like are the type of people who will just hear the one side and will just agree with that one side. Like, they don't actually want to hear the other side, or like the actual, like, what happened back and forth. They just want to see like the one angle. I think he's probably gone now. Dinner time. Yeah, I mean, he's going to come here and do that, and people are going to, you know, get that reaction. But then when he makes his video freaking out or whatever, I don't know. I have totally done nothing since all that stuff. I've done nothing personal to these people. I don't want anything to do with them. I don't have any interest in watching their videos or interacting with them. It's just because if somebody's just going to stick to the topic and have a back and forth discussion, that's fine. But if someone starts making shit up, like they take what you say and they don't just take it and focus on it, they exaggerate it and turn it into something it's not. Not good. Well, they do get a few other people who dislike me and who agree. So whenever somebody has opinions on here, you're going to get people who don't like you and whatnot. But is this the quarantine hairdo, the shaved head? Are we running out of steam here on the PMac Movies live stream? Yeah, I don't really care. It's just, it's kind of weird at this point. It's kind of strange. I could block him if it got bad enough for me to feel the need, but I try not to have to block people. I try to, you know, unless it gets really bad. Did you pick up Get Carter Dollar Tree? Yes, I did, Tom. Sorry for putting my finger on the screen. Get Carter. I might have lost him in my big pile of movies. I have to get Carter now. I have to get Carter. Aaron Johnson says no one should listen to Movie Edge, PMac. Edge is just a jerk. He needs to grow up, and Seth should take lessons from you on how to stand up against Edge. Seth seems, you know, I don't really know Seth. I did message him on Facebook and he responded, but he seems like a good guy. He seems like he's pretty good. And I don't think he deserved what he got. Like there's several people who want copies of Get Carter, but I don't think I'm gonna find another one because I don't think I'm gonna be going to more Dollar Trees, unfortunately. They know you'll try to defend yourself, though. I mean, I haven't defended myself really. You know, I've heard that one of them made another recent video or something, and there's some comments, and you know, people tell me there's comments and stuff, but I'm not gonna go back and forth. It's just a waste of my time. Sly Stallone. Because I have different opinions, and you know, there's actually a fair amount of people who are starting to have more of a voice dissenting against the popular opinion now. So you're going to have to start calling a lot of people weirdos. The conversation. Yeah, what was wrong about the conversation? Well, he's bringing up like another private conversation I had, but I don't. I didn't say anything wrong in the private conversation unless they can like turn it a certain way. I don't know how the heck. Basically, I talked to just pointed out people's behaviors. That's all I did was point it out. I don't mind. I don't use hand sanitizer. I take care of myself. I don't use gloves. I didn't use gloves at Dollar Tree. I wouldn't use the mask either if I wasn't. They wouldn't let you shop there if you didn't have a mask. I've been going out. I go to work every weekday. I don't wear the mask. I don't wear gloves. I'm totally fine. Been like that for forever. Is John still in the hizzy? John Hamm? Kimberly, are you still out there? Where did Kimberly go? Bill went to eat dinner, I think he said. I think Charmy's sleeping. I think she was tired. Movie Edge, I don't really know what your issue is with me at this point. Like, it's over. Like, it's not worth my time and energy. I got other things. Yeah, I saw somebody, my boss at work has a Bills mask, actually. The strange thing, I get told that, like, people are making videos about me and are commenting in comment section. I get told that, and then I ignore it and don't do anything, and it's still like I'm doing something. Well, I can, like, no, you can't share opinions that are against ours. Huh? You have to wear a surgical mask? Like the whole time? I can't find the Belko Experiment in any Dollar Trees. I found many of the ones you found, but I can't find the Belko Experiment movie. I have seen it twice. Yeah, I actually have an extra copy of Belko Experiment. Free speech. I mean, it's a matter of having your opinion, and I've researched things for... Basically, I woke up to a lot of things in 2012 based on my own life experiences. I didn't really, like, go looking for anything. I got into some stuff because of, like, some health issues and just some kind of things I was seeing at my work and stuff like that. I got more interested in why are things... don't quite make sense. And then when you talk about it, like, nobody really wants to listen to you, and kind of they don't want to go against the status quo, and it was just really strange. And then I just kept looking into it more. Scott Centeros is in the hizzy. Scott and John are both guys who, like, had some good feedback on my videos. Do you guys have Instagram accounts? Seems like you guys would be good to talk to, like, good to chat with. I used to have a guy that I'd talk to about, you know, he's kind of like, his thinking was like mine, named Austin Wilcott. I don't know what the heck happened to Austin. Well, Movie Edge, why would I do that? That would be like, I would, like, get arrested for doing what you're telling me to do. I wouldn't... I'm not worried about getting sick. I mean, I'm not worried about it, like... But I'm not gonna go around doing stupid shit. It doesn't make any sense either. Jackie, research how, what makes your research more valuable than others? I don't know, that's kind of a loaded question. I've went through a lot of different stuff and gotten to where I am, but it's not just like research, though. It's like my own personal experience too. I've worked in a lot of different situations and seen a lot of different things, from doctors, lawyers, judges, counselors, corrections officers, you know, all sorts of stuff. I've seen a lot of different things, a lot of different interactions, a lot of observing, and then seeing kind of how the justice system works, seeing how the medical system works, and then the research on top of that. I don't do social media except YouTube. Email me, Scott. Email me. Send out an email. If you accept the challenge and nothing happens to you after 14 days, I will leave you alone permanently. Well, I mean, you should leave me alone anyway. Nothing. I mean, nothing will happen to me. I've touched stuff at stores. I don't have any issue with. I'm not a germaphobe at all, at all. Like I'm like kind of the opposite. And I was just hearing the other day too, like how some of these really poor countries, like these really dense populated countries, have the lowest like incidents. I don't know if it's just positive tests or deaths, but they have like the lowest. I think like the lowest deaths. Some like really like populated Asian countries and stuff, which is interesting, like dirty, poor countries. We need to be exposed to different things. We can't be, yeah, India was one of them. We can't be Lysoling everything and Cloroxing everything and using all those chemicals and breathing it in. Yeah. Austin? You never talk to Austin. Come on, man. Come on. Me and Austin were buds. He just like dropped out of everything. It was strange. Don't make stuff up. Come on, man. It doesn't prove anything. I'm not scared at all. I'm not going to do it because it's like against the law to go around doing what you're telling me to do. You get frickin', I'd look like an idiot doing it too at the store. You look like an idiot and people be calling the cops on you. I mean, if you watch some of the videos that I posted, Dr. Kaufman talks about, he is a doctor, he talks about his theories. The immune system needs exercise just like your body and mind do, right? How am I like Trump telling people to take... What the hell does that have to do with what I'm saying? Again, you're exaggerating what I say and changing it. I didn't say anything that has to do with that. I'm against using those chemicals like bleach for even cleaning because it's really not good for you to be breathing that stuff in and touching it. I watched on cable a few months back, First Blood. There was a scene where Rambo had a discussion with Troutman at the ending, but how Troutman spoke to Rambo as if he was trying to warn him. You know, Rambo's a really, you know, the original called First Blood, really, really good movie, really good, like, drama, more of a drama. And, you know, then it turned into more, like, just action movies, but that first one was a great movie. You need to stop having trolls commenting on other people's pages on YouTube. That's all we're asking. I didn't... I don't have anything to do with somebody commenting on other people's videos. That has nothing to do with me. That's not... You can't just blame me for something, like... Has nothing to do with me. Scott, you gotta email me, man. And John, these guys seem like they know what's up. We need more people like that. I need to connect with some more people like that. leg. Maybe we're running out of steam here on PMac movies. Jackie O didn't have a follow-up. I'm personally not gonna start bashing people because I don't want to go back and forth. But, you know, I gotta use this finger. I'm not looking to make people feel bad or whatever, but you know, like I don't understand trying to continue the attack on somebody who's just not gonna go back and forth with you. Like there's nothing. There's nothing. What was that? Uh-oh, I think Charmy's getting up. Have I been looking for anything? Probably none. They're probably just like random buys. They weren't really anything I was necessarily looking for in particular. Get Carter's one that I did want. What is the Dracula one you put in? It's Dario Argento's Dracula. I'm not even sure what year it's from. I mean, what is wackadoodle about what I believe? They said that this thing was going to be 2 weeks. It's going on like 2 months and there's not really an end here. And nobody I know knows anybody who passed away. I mean, I know people who've tested positive and stuff, and they recover like a normal flu. They're fine, but they're fine in a few days or a week or whatever, a couple weeks. They're fine. They got to shut down all these businesses and stuff. You know, all these small businesses are going to be put out of business for this. And why does the government have the power to just say, okay, you're shut down? Why? Why are they able to do that? It's not right. And now and the big corporations, they're still able to run fine. They're going to be fine. Your friend's husband died. I mean, people still die, but how do you know exactly what it's from? Would be the question. You know, the point is everybody, if this was a major pandemic, like everybody would know. It would be like really affecting them, people's health around them and their own health. I mean, the high percentage of people that are put on ventilators die, and I've heard that people who didn't need to be put on ventilators were put on ventilators. So there's a lot to it. I mean, I do listen to opinions. I mean, I understand what the mainstream opinion is. I listen to it. It's just not, it doesn't add up. I don't really have to wear a mask at work though, because there's not that many people there, and I'm usually just like in my office, so. I mean, that's another thing too, that the government's able to decide what's essential and what isn't. So why are they to decide? Like, they've totally stripped away individual rights and freedoms, and it's just whatever the government says is what you're going to do. And a lot of small businesses are going to be out. They're going to be out. John's essential. I'm actually, they asked me, they asked everybody if they would want to work from home, finally, and I put in for it. So the next couple weeks at least, I'm going to be at home working. What aspects of it? What aspect of it's childish? They're sick for a week or so. Yeah, I mean, so that, you know, people get better. The thing is, with the mask on, you're not getting the proper oxygen. You're kind of like recycling what you breathe out. It's not good for you. So you'd want to wear it as seldom as possible. Yeah, if nobody's in there, you should try to get some fresh air, I would say, but probably still not very fresh in there, but better than having a mask over your nose and mouth. I mean, people do die. People die of pneumonia every year. People die of the flu every year. It's hard to say exactly what's causing all the deaths, and like a bunch of people dying in one area could be because of one thing, but in another area it's because of another thing. But there's no real proof that everybody's dying of the same thing. Like, they're suggesting, oh, it's this one particular thing that's killing all these people, and you know, it's not necessarily the case. Like, some people could be dying of one particular thing, some people are dying of another thing, but I mean, people do die of pneumonia every year. I don't know what the numbers are, but I think, you know, there are probably thousands and thousands and thousands of people die of pneumonia every year. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people die from the flu every year. Smoking, yeah, John says smoking, thousands and thousands and thousands. People will be dying more if we were in quarantine, staying away from others. That's the point. They wouldn't be dying more, you mean? I mean, there's other countries that are doing things differently, but for some reason, this country seems to be the worst as far as what they say. So, I mean, things just don't add up, basically. Things just don't add up. It's pretty much the bottom line. It's so the state government can get aid. That's what I'm reading. I think I need to turn a light on in here. It's getting dark. Yeah, they come out with all sorts of stuff. U.S. has already doubled the yearly death rate of pneumonia-related deaths in 2+ months. Your thoughts? Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I basically don't trust the numbers is pretty much what it comes down to. So, I mean, some people get really upset when you say you don't trust the numbers, but I've seen too many fake statistics to trust the numbers. But you can't really just look in just the U.S. either. I mean, India's way closer to China and then has a large population, and they have I think less than 1,000 deaths. It doesn't even make sense. Why would that be? Yeah, like John says. John, you gonna email me? You seem like you know what's up. What time is it? Holy crap, it's after 8. So we're at over 90 minutes here on PMac Movies. Is it time to call it quits? It's looking that way. I think the PMac folks have run out of steam. John says, so what's the big picture, PMac? Why are we getting wrong information and statistics? Part of it is that people, the government's kind of, or not the government, but the system as a whole has kind of lulled people into a false sense of security, or it was a state where almost ignorance kind of was bliss, and now it's going to go more towards your ignorance is going to be used against you. And if you just believe everything we say like you have for a while, it didn't really harm you that bad yet. But now we got you just believing whatever we want. And we can even show you that what we're telling you is not the reality of it, and you still buy it. So we're just kind of going to do whatever we want. I don't try to come up with stats, but I do like use my own life experiences too to kind of see what's going on around me. And a lot of times things don't match up with, if what they tell you is really against what goes on in reality, you kind of got to look into it. But people tend to want like very straightforward, hard evidence, facts, and things like that. And the only places you're really going to be able to get those is the people who own the media and who own information. And there's only a few families or a few people at the top of the these media companies. A lot of people don't trust Bill Gates, not with the whole vaccination thing. Yeah, that's true. What movie do you like better, Intruder or Slaughter High? I haven't actually seen either of those movies, although I do have Slaughter High. I was terrified first, Larry, scared to go to work, fears, strong emotion, then I turned off TV, news, social media. Yeah, they really get ya. They scared the crap out of people. I guess I'm not seeing that there's like an abnormal amount of people dying. I mean, I know if you turn on the TV there is, but in from like people I know and people I work with, like there's not like people just dropping dead and stuff like that. Like there's nothing. I'm not really seeing anything. It's constant on TV, internet, social media. Yeah, for sure. If you're looking at the screen all the time, like it is constant. They're constantly going to be pushing that narrative, but it's just a matter of whether you trust the narrative or you kind of gotta check it against your own, what's going on in your real life, what you actually see. The numbers are much higher. I wouldn't think that the numbers would be higher. I would think that they would be lower, but a lot of people do die every year. There's a difference to me too between like cases versus people actually dying, because you can't, I mean, what do the tests even show? A lot of things do have an agenda. There's definitely a lot of stuff out there that's why you can't just put everything under like a conspiracy headline either, because there's so many different conspiracies that they push, and a lot of them are BS. Yeah, they give you a little bit, but that's why you can't, like, just put people in groups. Like, oh, that guy's just a conspiracy nut because he believes this and this. I mean, there's... people have different thinking. You can't just, like, label it under one header. We like to kind of, like, characterize people and then put them into groups, but... there's been assertions that the numbers have been inflated and other deaths have been attributed to COVID. Yeah. There's no convincing you of anything. When someone gives an opinion, you go around it and make excuses for everything. You're a sad, pathetic man. I'm done. I'm gonna leave you alone. I mean, if I don't see something as being true, like, I just don't see it. Like, I don't see more people dying, and if this was something that was what they're saying, like, the way it spreads, it should be affecting more things, and I should be able to see. I shouldn't just be able to see it on TV or internet. I should be, in my own area, it should be really, really impactful with how they say it spreads. You know, there's a difference between, like, hearing out an opinion and listening to an opinion versus accepting it, having your own opinion. As soon as I hear the earth is flat, the moon is fake, or dinosaurs didn't exist, I'm automatically done. I mean, then you're not really giving it... They can't even go to the moon now, though. Like, they they say they, like, lost the technology or something. I mean, if you're just gonna give up on things at those things, then you're not really, like, expanding your mind. There's... I mean, with the dinosaur thing, I mean, maybe it does seem like there's proof, but you have to kind of look into what the proof is, really, and... I know that the China thing is one of the theories that they've put out, that it started in a lab in China, but I know it's one of the theories. Sometimes you gotta understand, like, why they think a certain thing. Like, if people think the earth is flat, why do they think that? Look into their evidence and see why they think that. If they think that people didn't go to the moon, well, like, they must have a reason for thinking that way. What is it? Does it make sense? And then the dinosaur thing, too, you can kind of look into it and see. Movie theaters, AMC, or Regal are arguing with Universal. These trolls worlds are on. The studios need to come to the table with theaters, negotiate. Yeah, I see that drama kind of playing out there with the theater and Universal. I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention to all that. Maybe it's because they're ignorant. I mean, we're all taught the same things. We're all taught that the earth is a spinning globe and dinosaurs existed and man went to the moon. We all come from that thinking. And then some people don't stay in that sort of thinking, and there's reasons why besides that they're just crazy. I mean, the thing is with scientists, though, that, you know, you're only getting to hear from the scientists that are on, like, that they put on the mainstream, they get the big books, the mainstream books and stuff. So there's other scientists that are kind of like, might have different opinions, differing opinions, but they're kind of kept in the dark. They're not pushed. That could be part of that. Why don't you go to a hospital where people have the coronavirus and talk to the staff? I mean, yeah, you could do that. I'm not sure how easy it is to get in a hospital and do that sort of thing. PMac's getting sleepy. Alright, guys, we're at almost 2 hours of PMac. We are going to end this live stream. Any closing thoughts before we go? John and Scott, I need to hear from you guys. PMac Movies at yahoo.com. Have a good night, Annie. All right, guys. PMac signing off.